Gotta get.
It's time for the Titan video.
Gotta get.
A review.
Gotta get.
It's time for
Now.
the Titan
Now.
video. A review.
Titan's Ed here, back to doing the video review. This time, going to be reviewing Transformers Titan Returns Alpha Trion. Oh yes, we finally have an official Alpha Trion figure that isn't some BotCon exclusive. So, yeah. Now, for many of you younger viewers who may not know, Alpha Trion is a very old Transformer. He is technically one of the original 13 Transformers. Once known as the Scribe. He changed his name to Alpha Trion. I can't remember what his exact original name was, but his, nickname was the Scribe. And for those who are curious to why he looks like a lion cord, and yes, I mean, he is a lion with a horn on his head. He is a lion cord. The buys at BotCon 2016 said, because he's one of the original 13, he can do whatever he wants. So he's a triple changer who turns from a robot to a space battleship to a lion cord. Okay, whatever. So, yeah. He does have these triple barrel blaster on top of his back, which is also technically on top of his cockpit, where his Titan Master partner, Sovereign, sits. I don't actually have his card. I put his card into storage already. I'm actually really loving those new cards. I wish I had thought to get it out, but basically all of his stats are infinity. So, that's cool. I will always say this, since a lot of the Voyager class figures are doing triple modes, I always say this, triple changers will always have one mode that suffers over the rest. A great triple changer Transformer has one mode that's okay, two modes that are great. A good triple changer will have one mode that's bad and two that are good. And a bad one will have two bad ones and one okay one. But here, it's technically an okay. He's a good triple changer. This is his okay mode. That's why I started this here. But even for being an okay lion, unfortunately because of the way his mane is, his legs can't go forward all the way, or they go out in a very doopy way, or, very weird way. I still really like this mode. I like this mode just as much as I like the space helicarrier mode. So, yeah, sword tail. What's not to like? So, we're going to convert him into his spaceship. It looks more like a helicarrier mode. And I don't think I've talked about Alpha Trion. So, Alpha Trion, like I said, he's one of the original 13 Transformers. He's been around since the beginning. And he is the reason Optimus Prime is Optimus Prime. Because in the Generation 1 cartoon, he ended up fixing Orion Pax, which ended up making him into Optimus Prime. And it's unclear whether or not his upgrades were due to just physical upgrades, or if it was because he put the Matrix leadership into Optimus Prime. It's never really explained what his upgrades did to him, though. I want to say there was some physical upgrades, since Ileta 1 also received upgrades. And obviously she didn't receive any type of Matrix of leadership for herself, so... But yeah, he's the reason Optimus Prime kind of looks the way he does. So, he's seen in the key to Vector Sigma is his kind of last physically being seen moment, as he sacrifices his life to activate Vector Sigma to create the aerial bots, if I'm not mistaken. He's seen one more time when Rodimus Prime jumps into the Matrix of Leadership to learn more about Cybertronian's past. And to figure out what the Quintesson's plan is, basically. And he helps him along the way. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. He doesn't do too much, and I'm not sure what he does in the comic books, because I haven't really read into that much about him in the comic books, but yeah. So this is him in his spaceship mode. Face it, that's a that's a helicarrier. Take this off. That is a helicarrier. But yeah, this, oops, pop something out. Come on, yeah, there we go. But yeah, it's basically the helicarrier. The cockpit right here has little windows. You can kind of see. They're really muted out due to the translucent plastic. And also, if you do look at the cockpit, it kind of looks like a lion's head, which is kind of cool. I do know the repaint of this for an eHobby exclusive is going to have a more painted cockpit. Maybe looking to see if I can get my hands on that since it turns into Lio Convoy. But yeah, I actually really like this mode. Now the only downside I have with this is the sword. It kind of just pegs on here to the side. It doesn't really have, and it can't peg onto this side as well because of this part right here, which is used for keeping the lion mode heads together. It kind of clashes with the sword. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not great. And apparently the broadside figure is going to be a heavy remold of this guy. Not sure how that's going to work, but yeah. He also has this. This is sort of, I guess it's supposed to be landing gear, because it does help him stand up with keeping his deck level when you just sit him on a table, so yeah. Just gonna convert him to robot mode real quick, real easy from this mode. Like I said, this is probably the first official mass market figure of Alpha Trion they've ever made. As the last two I can think of were, last three I can think of. One was just an action figure from a third-party company, and the other two were BotCon exclusives, and one of those wasn't actually Alpha Trion, it was Cheetor pretending to be Alpha Trion. Hence why I think he has a lion mode, as sort of an homage to that idea. The other being an Alpha Trion created using a Vector Prime mold. But yeah, this is him in his robot mode, and I love this robot mode. I absolutely love this robot mode. This looks so epically awesome. From head to toe, this looks great. Not quite what I'd feel would be Alpha Trion, but damn, this still looks good. If my only complaint is where the lion paws end up, just for the way they're designed, they're very easy to pop off. And I've had to use electrical tape to keep them in, because even the friction adding of floor polish hasn't worked. I had to physically use some electrical tape to keep the paws from so they won't pop off as easily. Now, if you look at his head looks pretty good. Now, you can do something to, as a lot of fans have been terming it, bulk it up. If you press the crystal in his chest, his little horns pop up on the side to kind of make his head look a little bigger. I like these. I do kind of like these, but I don't know. I'm also okay with the horns being down. Now, I don't know if mine are damaged, but you gotta actually press the crystal again to get them to lock into place. I don't know if that's just my copy or if everyone's does that. But other than that, I think this is an excellent figure. Definitely one you should consider picking up if you're getting into the Titans Return line. I think this is definitely one of those figures to pick up. His gun can do the whole headmaster sits in here thing. I will say this about a lot of Wave 2 figures that are brand new molds, or either super extensive remolds or brand new molds. A lot of their guns, little Titan Masters sit there and sit in the gun and placement thing, are a lot weaker this go around than they were in the first wave. So, yeah. It just doesn't look quite the same as the others, but oh well. Again, I do think this is an awesome figure. If you can find them, I definitely recommend picking them up. I'm really glad they did this, because, you know, I think the Transformer shelves have been needing an Alpha, just any kind of Alpha Trion figure for a while now. So, until next time, this is Titan Zed saying I'll see ya when I see ya.